When a society begins to rot, the smell always reaches the children first. And when the protectors become the predators, the entire moral spine of a community bends under the weight of that betrayal. Tonight, I bring you a case from Smyrna, Delaware. A case where classroom walls hid cruelty and the ones entrusted with vulnerable children carried out acts no educator should ever imagine. But I'm not here to sensationalize. I'm here to dissect the truth with the cold steel of Neo Dark Stoicism. Because justice doesn't begin in a courtroom, it begins in the Mirror 3 employees, a special needs classroom. Students who could not defend themselves, could not fully articulate their pain, and trusted every adult in that room without hesitation. Among those charged, Marissa Johnson, Makayla Lomax, and another employee whose case was dismissed. According to investigators and court documents, objects were thrown at students, children were yelled at, mocked, and called names. One student, already living with digestive disabilities, was fed hot sauce and spicy chips as punishment. Another student was struck in the face and sprayed with a water bottle. Not accidents, not lapses in judgment, patterns, choices, failures of character. A darkness that grows when small acts of cruelty go unchecked. And here is where the real controversy begins. Because in November 2025, the Delaware Department of Justice issued the final outcomes. Makayla Lomax pled guilty to child abuse 4th degree, 12 months probation, no direct contact with children, banned from jobs involving children or adults with disabilities. Registered on the Delaware Child Abuse Registry, Marissa Johnson pled guilty to endangering the welfare of a child, 12 months probation, no direct contact with children, employment ban identical to Lomax, added to the Child Abuse Registry, no prison time, no incarceration, no years behind bars, just probation, and a registry entry that most people will never search. For many, this looks like mercy. For others, this looks like failure. But as a Neo Dark Stoic, I don't rush to outrage. I strip away emotion. I look at the principle beneath the punishment. In Neo Dark Stoicism, we judge acts by their alignment with virtue, duty, and discipline. And let me tell you this, when you harm the defenseless, you forfeit the illusion of moral innocence. When you weaponize authority, you pierce the soul of the community. And when you break children, you break something that no sentence can repair. Probation may satisfy the letter of the law, but it does nothing to restore the moral ledger, because laws weigh actions, but Stoicism weighs character. A system that gives predators a year of paperwork instead of a year behind bars teaches a dangerous lesson. Comfort matters more than correction, reputation matters more than restoration, and children can be harmed without consequence, as long as the file is neatly closed. This is not justice. This is administrative mercy disguised as accountability. A true Stoic understands this. Mercy without moral weight becomes permission. Justice isn't revenge. Justice is alignment. Justice is clarity. A Neo Dark Stoic would demand a full psychological evaluation, long-term bans from child-related professions, mandatory treatment for impulse control and aggression, public acknowledgement of the harm done. And yes, real accountability that reflects the gravity of harming children who could not defend themselves. Probation, that's a pause, not a punishment. Children do not choose the world they enter, but adults shape the world they must survive. And in Smyrna, the adults failed, not just the offenders, the system, the oversight, the accountability structures that allowed cruelty to fester behind classroom doors. But hear me, Neo Dark Stoicism isn't about despair. It's about rebirth through truth. We confront the darkness so the darkness loses its grip. We stare into the hidden rot so we can rebuild something worthy. If this case teaches anything, it is this. Evil does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers from a classroom, and justice does not always strike. Sometimes it tiptoes, but we will not tiptoe. We stand, we speak, we expose, and we rebuild the moral backbone that others allowed to collapse. Because in this community, in this channel, we defend the powerless even when the system refuses to. If you're with me, subscribe, share, and stay vigilant. The shadows are always watching. but so are we. End of transmission.